Some say it's good, some say it's bad. Reshoots are happening, and that makes Marvel sad. Only sad, though, because they didn't get to do what they wanted to do, and the budgets now are blown through the roof. Today, we're going to tell you about the latest Captain America news. No, he's not the Captain America you know, but it is a brave new world. And for Disney, it better be a brave new budget. Hello, welcome back. It is such a joy and a pleasure and, dare I say, an honor each time you click and share your time with us. Thank you, folks, as we endeavor, of course, to explain entertainment and keep you ahead of the culture curve. We think we've got a pretty solid track record, and we're glad that you do too. Today, we're talking about Captain America Brave New World, which is apparently going to have such extensive reshoots that one might say an entirely new movie is happening. Is that good or is it bad, though? Some see hope. Some see misery. Financial misery, well, that might be guaranteed. Let's bring on the panel right now. This out of thatparkplace.com. If you don't have it bookmarked, well, make sure you do. And folks, if you had some issues with trying to get registered for the forums, we have activated all of those accounts that were having some issues as part of that beta process. So hop on and enjoy the conversation. This out of thatparkplace.com by John F. Trent. Marvel Studios' Captain America Brave New World declared a disaster by financial analyst after rumors of massive reshoots. Wait till they find out about Snow White. Financial analyst Valiant Renegade declared the upcoming Captain America Brave New World film a disaster after new rumors claim Marvel Studios is doing massive reshoots of the film. Anybody know that Valiant Renegade fellow? Never heard of him.
He wears a lot of hats.
I think he's going to be at MegaCon.
Seems like the Saints.
He's got a hat fetish.
He likes SIG for some reason. I don't know what it's. Maybe it stands for signature. According to Marvel News Films on X,
maybe he'd like Tiana's Bayou Adventure.
Wow.
Scooper Daniel RPK reports Captain America Brave New World will be undergoing reshoots from May until August. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 months of reshoots. You could do a whole movie in that time. Valiant Renegade reacted to this rumor writing on X. What a disaster. That's got to be another easy $100 million plus in budget overruns right there. 60 to 90 days is enough to reshoot this entire film. Daniel RPK's rumor about reshoots is not new. Overlord DVD recently shared a rumor from one of his sources that the film was shooting based off notes while the script was being rewritten.
Yeah.
He relayed, they are more convinced that Captain 4 doesn't have a script. They say that what they are doing is shooting from a notebook that has notes on what they are supposed to do. According to the director, this is a way of getting ahead of themselves while they wait for the official script. Can we get some toast? How many scoopers are there on this movie? I got to get in on this. I haven't done a scoop on this movie yet. I feel left out. It's cold out here. Scooper, can we get toast? Where's My Time to Shine? Is that the next one? Also previously claimed in November that Marvel is allegedly planning up to 6 months of reshoots, with multiple sequences being cut or reworked. There was also a previous rumor from 4chan. I can't keep going. Good Lord, there's so many stories about how badly this is doing. Folks, you got to go read this, okay? Go read the article on thatparkplace.com, and you can take a look at Valiant Renegade's beautiful logo.
You know what's really funny is that I pitched in LA a sketch series called DVD Extras, where the movies themselves had gotten so bad that people were only interested in the DVD extras. So the show was about a fake genre movie starring real stars, but all we would see was directors talking about how bad the actors were. And this is what Disney needs to do, is just forget about actually doing the show. Just give us a reel of all the outtakes.
That's right.
And then have the actors talk about how much fun and how goofy it was to shoot it. So just
let's play that out.
That's the best version of The Office that I could ever imagine. I don't know if you've been watching the stupid arguments on Twitter, but it's all been around how we will never see what the original form of this movie is.
But wait a minute. Hold on. Let's give this some serious thought. How much money would a movie, a documentary about how badly Indiana Jones: The Dial of Destiny was bungled behind the scenes, a tell-all about Kathleen Kennedy, how much would that documentary make, or mockumentary, either way you want to do it,
more than the
box
movie.
Office? Yeah,
more than the movie.
You're right, Paul. It's not even a joke. It's literally true.
They could
monetize this more.
Yep, I would do it. If I was the pres of Disney right now, I would go scorched earth and find every shekel in every couch in the entire place. And that would be one of them. Sort of, what was the
even imagine the honesty and all eyes turning to what happened to the Walt Disney Company. I mean, think about all this ecosystem that we are living in right now, of all of us trying to analyze what in the world went wrong with this company. Has Disney not figured out?
We should not recommend this. We will doom ourselves if they actually do it.
Are you kidding? The reactions to this would be even more content for the grinder. Not that we talk about this because we care about it. I don't know anyone in this space that is specifically a grifter, even though that word gets used if you happen to have any form of success on it. But we obviously want to know what happened here. Yes, I would agree with that, Culture. You're being awfully quiet today, by the way. I would love to know, in the same way that, yes, I got my first HBO Max subscription because I wanted to see Zack Snyder's Justice League, even if it is in black and white, and IMAX, even though it'll never be on an IMAX screen. I would, oh man, I'm frothing at the mouth at the idea of watching an actual story of what happened to this company, because it's way more interesting to me than Mufasa, the Lion King prequel.
Oh yeah.
I am like so excited for like 10 years from now when they actually make like a documentary based off what's going on with the Walt Disney Company. I'm the most excited though for the hippo scene. That's gonna be comedy gold.
Yo,
I really want them to ham it up. I want Bob Iger to have like a gold-plated shower, and maybe for the second shower he has like a silver-plated one. Like, just go all out with this thing.
I would say Sorkin is writing it now.
I don't think Sorkin wants to write anytime soon.
Why?
Because I think he realizes that right now he's just going to get pinwheeled. Because I mean, he's been kind of a person that wrote a really balanced approach to politics and everything that he ever put together. And if he took that kind of a, milk toasty approach now, I mean, he'd be accused of being Tim Pool and Ultra MAGA and whatever else they could find to say about it.
I mean, The Social Network, though, is one of the best movies out there.
And again, I don't know that again
with a trailer that has essentially been aped by every single movie release ever since.
Yeah, but I mean, we've literally been talking about the fact that, can you make this today? Can you?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
So, I'll give you an example. There is according to most reports, this is an Oscar-worthy documentary that has been fully produced by Sting's wife about the production of Emperor's New Groove, which used to be called something like Empire of the Sun or something to that effect.
Yes.
But Disney has refused to release it.
Wow.
And
yeah, it was supposed to be a much more serious film, and then got completely revamped, and all of Sting's music got tossed, and he was really mad.
Except for the credit sequence.
Yes.
Oh my.
Well, I love the Emperor's New Groove.
I do too.
One of my favorite
it ended up being a great
In defense
movie.
of Disney, the lyrics
It was
"squeak,
good,
squeaker, squeak, squeaketh" did not work very well.
Oh goodness.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Truer words have never been spoken.
Oh boy.
Back to Captain America: Brave New World. Real quick, guys. This came out about 30 minutes ago by LRM Online. This has some indication as to why they are dropping this.
Again?
Serpent Society is the thing that's being dropped, apparently. That's why they're having to do the reshoots so much. So, guys, I'm not very familiar with Serpent Society in the comics. Do you guys know what Serpent Society is and why they would be in such a... I mean, why would they spend $100 to $150 million to drop it?
I don't know. I don't know the plot of Serpent Society, but I do know that this is not the first time that Serpent Society has come up as far as MCU films go. If you remember back in the day when Warner Brothers dropped their massive slate of films that were supposed to be kind of on the tail end of those releasing now, like the Cyborg Flash team up movie, Disney responded. I forget which one of them went first, but there was this event at the El Capitan Theater where Disney essentially did the same with Marvel properties, and they put in their Captain America 3 at the time. Wait, or was that 4? Yeah, it was 3. And it was originally Captain America Serpent Society, and then they changed it to, actually, we're going to do Captain America Civil War, trying to remember the much better comic book run of Cap versus Iron Man with Spider-Man in it. And then they brought T'Challa, Chadwick Boseman on stage. So if I remember, I don't know if Serpent Society was just a joke and they happened to attach that there, but the original plot of Captain America 3 was going to be this thing about a mad bomb that makes everyone hate each other, and some kind of society like the Serpent Society taking over. So
and they realized that was too close to reality.
This might, or maybe they wanted to make money. So this would be the second time that the Serpent Society has been dropped from a Captain America film.
I just want to say, when I first heard T'Challa, the name T'Challa, I thought it was a coffee flavoring.
Somewhere in some universe, it probably is.
I'm just bringing that up because I add useful things to your show, as you know.
Well, so Captain America 4 in the absolute gutter when it comes to trying to make a profit.
Well, first of all, it's one in a long line of projects who no one is interested in to begin with. Like, I'm not understanding this.
How did Marvel turn into Lucasfilm, Paul?
Well, let's see now. You know what? If I was there, I would resurrect all the OG characters, recast them. Like, there wouldn't even be a question. Iron Man, Thor, everyone. Okay, line up. We're recasting everyone, make them young. Let's do it. We're just.
You'd at least bring in the X-Men and be like, listen, we're dropping all the controversial stuff. We're giving them the X-Men from the 90s they know and they love. Or the X-Men from the 70s they know and they love.
I don't understand how hard it is to run a place like that.
Just start the X-Men movie with a shot-by-shot recreation of the 90s theme song, and you'll get $1 billion movie.
Oh
man, I did not like that theme song when that show first came out, but it has been stuck in my head for 30 years.
Yep.
Here's a question for you: do you ever get Go-Go Power Rangers stuck in your head? It was done by the same dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh really?
Oh, was
really?
It?
Yeah,
and
John Williams.
There's an orchestral orchestral plus rock guitar, of course, version of that was in the movie version, and it's just so good. I love it.
They put back then. They put so much. They actually cared about music back then. I'm sorry, this might be a hot take, but so many of the soundtracks nowadays are just so forgettable in MCU movies. Back then, take the 90s Spider-Man cartoon. They went out and they got Aerosmith to do the song, and some of these old cartoons, believe it or not, the thing that people remember most, ironically, is the theme song. And you probably can sell how many t-shirts just off a catchy song alone. So I don't know why in Hollywood they seem to overlook the music so much, outside of, of course, John Williams and such.
What was one of the most awesome aspects of the Highlander? Okay. Queen. It was wall-to-wall Queen. Holy my God, it was awesome.
What's the movie?
Personal censorship like I have never seen. Congratulations, Paul.
There's a poll in the chat right now, and there's only one correct answer here between Storm and Rogue. Rogue is the better superhero if you go with the correct version of Rogue here, although Storm can be awesome.
I agree.
I have to say I appreciate Rogue's backstory.
Yes, a robust backstory.
So apparently, do so many artists.
But all
right, guys, let's go back to
if we're talking about the X-Men and why Disney just doesn't come in here and fix all of this stuff. If they can get Rogue correct, then I will have faith that this company can be saved. But until they can have a version of Rogue that is, let's say, a red-blooded version of Rogue, I don't think that this company knows what their audience is unless they do that. That will be one of the signs they've got it right.
So to return one more time to the Captain America situation, I'm going to assume now, given these reshoots, this is generous, but at best, this is now a $250 million production budget. Talking about at best in terms of it being low. If it's a $250 million production budget, if it has $100 million marketing behind it, which that also is exceedingly low, it's got to make $700 million to break even, period. Not even to get its ROI back for what they would want, which is a 15% on top of that. So if it's got to make $700 million, I'm not sure that that's a given any longer with Marvel movies, period. So, Culture, you've been a little quiet. I'm going to toss it to you, and we'll listen to the genius that is your brain. $700 million. Can Captain America Brave New World capture that, or is this movie in real danger of being yet another Marvel flop?
I think you're being far too conservative on what this film's going to cost and
on
what
purpose.
break-even will be.
On purpose.
I know, but look, it's $700 million. No. Look, the audience is rejecting Marvel properties now, wholesale. They don't trust Disney. I mean, that's actually the right answer. They don't trust Disney. Nobody does. They don't trust them to make television. They don't trust them to make films. They don't trust them at the theme parks. They don't trust them because they've been lying to the general public for so very long and producing shabby material. And that's being kind. So $700 million? No. 600 maybe, but probably closer to like 540. And it's going to lose money. Every single thing that Disney's making now will lose money.
And the reason that I ask you that question is because they're chasing success, but they're having to throw so much more money at it that I don't see how it'll ever be successful. So they're not gaining. Let's say that the reshoots, which let's assume that Valiant's right in their $100 million. If that picks up $100 million, well, it needs to pick up $200 million to be worthwhile. So it's got to be a $200 million add-on value proposition for the film's total box office for it to be worthwhile. And I don't see that it is. And so from now on, Kevin Feige or whoever's in charge of this, from the beginning pitch, this has to be excellent, not only for their socio-political beliefs, which has been the most important thing as of late, but it has to be excellent in terms of what the market can give them, because they no longer can say, oh, well, it's a Marvel film, so therefore it's $1 billion.
Oh, are you referring to the socioeconomic, geopolitical aspects of Falcon and the Winter Soldier, where the entire show was about how the people who were blowing other people up had a really good point?
Why, yes. Yes, I am. And with that, let's blow up some super chats, Jonas.
Well, if I can point this out, the most exciting thing that Disney could do right now with the X-Men is say that they're farming it out to someone else to do it and have Disney have nothing to do with it. I think that would be, make it low stakes and hand it to someone who can do a small film, make it something where you don't have to make $1 billion and it just might actually make $1 billion. That's the crazy thing here.
And I think just to emphasize what profligacy we are seeing here, we need to change the scale of what these movies cost. They should all be a multiple of Godzilla -1. So $250 million would be 17 times Godzilla -1. That's how we should be referring to all these movies.
That's
I
a lot
agree.
of Godzillas.
That much.
Or when actors are paid, $12 million to be on a film because they're the headline and they'll pull in that kind of audience. We need to say, well, that's a Godzilla -1 salary.
You could do that too. I suggest that become our new monetary criteria.
All right, that's it. It's over. It's done. Put a fork in it, folks. We are out of here. But before we do, consider clicking the like button, share, subscribe, and when you click it, you do stick it to the algorithms. It's the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Don't let this just be a conversation between talking heads on YouTube, but nay, please join in and turn this into a dialogue with an entire community, of which you are an esteemed part. And folks, as you go out the door, consider also checking out the channels for the guests who were on this video. We love them all. Folks, wherever you are and whatever you're doing, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.